Sam, you can't throw. SSD, Shaun, it's a solid state. It's a solid state drive.
Right. Now I've got a nephew who's 6 years old. How do I explain that to him? Because I don't know what the hell an NFDP or what.
Perfect.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the 3-Star Podcast. I'm your co-host, Myles, joined by, as always, but joined by the other co-host.
I've not been about for a while, man. Did you not see the hundreds of comments where people are demanding my return?
There's been a boycott, Shaun. No one's been watching.
Yeah.
Since the start. since the start, it seems.
I'm back, man. I'm back. Hey, by the way, I love the episodes previously you guys have done on sustainability with young Tom, bless him, intern Tom, and Callie, and also the ones that you did with Lydia. Some really good information there, man. So you held the fort as I knew you would, man. Not a problem. But we're joined with. Are you new? Is he new? Is this the maiden voyage for this gentleman?
Well, you know what? I did the A52 with you guys.
Yes.
The live one we did.
You did the live
show.
The
live one.
Yeah. That's right, Sam. So, guys, for those who don't know, maybe a familiar face to some of you, Sam Gale, one of our IMRTs, absolutely killing it these days. You'd have seen his face around. Welcome to the fun section, Sam. Thanks, is where the fun's at, all right?
Glad to be here, definitely.
Good.
Well,
Myles,
I'm glad you're here.
Myles, you were saying just before we went live, and I thought, you know what the heck, because I cut you off rudely. You were saying that you've had a few problems with your laptop, and the corporate piece of me loves the tie-in that we could possibly have here. What were you actually saying there, mate? Right,
transparency. We were talking in pre-production. What's this topic going to be about? And I was like, well, we are releasing. Well, we are releasing. It's just been announced. We are releasing some new Galaxy books. And then that sent me on a small rant about how bad my current laptop that I use now. Now, I'll put it out there. I don't currently use a Samsung Galaxy book or laptop, right? Because people are going to watch this back, they might just think, why did Myles just have some sort of weird twitch thing and lean backwards then? Within arm's reach, there is an Airwick candle next to me that just sprayed into my face. And it caught me off guard so much. But yeah, you had
a quick spray in the face, man. I hate it when that happens, but I love it as well. That happens as well.
Completely forgot it was there. So yeah, I was having a rant about, I don't know where to start, how slow my laptop is, how my laptop crashes all the time. Now, if you don't use a laptop, this isn't going to mean anything to you, but all my video editors out there, music people out there, anyone that uses a laptop understands the pain of just trying to do something simple as pressing save on PowerPoint and then just seeing it say not responding because your whole laptop's crashing or anything like that. So it led me into this conversation. Question number 1 for you both right now. Do either of you two currently use a laptop in personal life? Let's take work out of it. In your personal life, do you guys use a laptop? No. What do you use, Sam?
Life. So I use a PC.
What do you use your PC for?
Gaming, bit of everything really. Watching content, gaming, yeah, bit of everything.
Okay, and so Shaun, you don't have a laptop. So when was this is a fun one. We'll do a throwback. When was the last time you used a laptop in your personal life?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're asking this, and you know something. Like, I've got the laptop. Obviously, we're stuck to it during work a lot, especially over the last year. But I'll be totally honest here, and I've got a feeling this will set up a good little convo piece for Sam. But the true thing is, similar to you, Myles, I think we both class ourselves as like creatives, maybe, and you have a lot of ideas. But I haven't got a machine that is capable to allow me to do the stuff that I want to do. Does that make sense? And with recently, tablets have got a lot better. And if I need to reach for anything, I'll reach for that. Last time I used it in my personal life, admittedly, sometimes I'll do some wires, some connections so that I can stream content onto my TV. But that's it. That's me.
You're a simple man. You're a simple man.
A simple man.
Simple needs.
You say that. I was literally talking to our producer, Johnny, who's in the background, but you guys can't see him. He says hello. I was talking to him because I'm looking at starting up a gaming channel for everyone that's watching at home. I currently do star in my own podcast, the Myles High Club podcast. You can check me out on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere. Plug over. I'm now thinking to do a gaming channel, but I don't think my current laptop. It's just, put it this way, I can record my podcast and I have to delete old episodes of my podcast off my laptop because I'm running out of space. Like,
what was that when I've seen previously on like your social and stuff, where like the rendering process is long anyway, right? I presume it's long, whatever machine you've got, even these top guys, because I know Johnny's armed with better machinery, but even he says like rendering is going to take a while. But I presume that is when everything could just go completely haywire. And is our laptop's powerful to do what you're trying to do is my first question. Should you be on a PC really? And then what's the solution or what's the dream?
Can it be done on a laptop? Yes. Can it be done on my laptop? No. Well, it can. I get videos done, but if you ever heard the noises my machine makes when I start exporting, rendering, editing, saving, anything that's above browsing and watching a video on my laptop, when I actually have to put it to work, that's when it starts making noise. And God forbid I try and do two things at once. Like leave something if I'm exporting or rendering on my laptop, that's all I'm doing. I have to leave the laptop until I'm finished.
But I think so. I think that's one problem, and the other problem, like for me, a little bit, is that everything that revolves. I mean, everyone knows who's watching this. Everyone knows that we're big fans of the smartphones that we bring out to the market, and I can wholeheartedly say that whether I work for Samsung or not. You know, I love that, but that's because these devices. It's always felt like the smartphone is the hub of all these other great cool devices that we release, whether it's your wearable, whether it's your headphones, whatever it is. The smartphone is the hub, and I always think there's been a big gap that it's all centralized towards a smartphone. So unless the laptop can replicate that. And this is maybe where Sam's going to put me straight on a few things. Like, you're just getting another bit. It's just an additional bit of tech. Like you said, I'm a simple man of simple needs. Like how? So there's some problems. Let's throw over to Sam a second, because I know before we went live, you were saying, "Oh, I genuinely don't know anything about these devices. I missed the announcement. We're just too busy at the time." Give me, in short, sharp. What are we bringing out, and how is that looking? Because it's new to the market. If you haven't been around for like 8 years or so, I think we've been out of laptops, or at least 5 years for sure. What's going on now, Sam? What's happening?
All right, well, first of all, it's not a laptop, it's Galaxy Book. Got to nip that in the bud. But no, we've got 3 devices launching. So Galaxy Book Pro, and the Pro 360. Mm-hmm. Each kind of stepping up in terms of tiers and what they can do. Your Galaxy Book, again, great for that media consumption, watching content, streaming, all of that kind of stuff with the power of the processors and things as well. And then the Pro is kind of where you really step it up in terms of performance. And then when you go to 360, it's like when we did the Flex 2 5G. You've got the rotating 360 hinge, exactly like that. And you've got the additional S Pen that you get in the box as well for all those creatives out there.
So that one is S Pen compatible as well. So I've got all my notes up. All right. So let's break this down. The first one, the Galaxy Book, that's a Shaun, right? Because I just want to stream some content, football matches. I want them on my TV. And personally, I'd use it very light like that for absorbing content, and maybe a few kind of like whether I'm, booking hotels for a holiday or searching for holidays when we're allowed to do that again and stuff. Now, my need, it seems like it's covered, but how is that catering for Myles, who is running? Which one of them is the right one for Myles? And how is that going to help him? Fully creative, got his hands in lots of different pies, whether he's doing his podcast, his gaming channel, whether he's designing stuff. I know he's got a lot of friends that design clothes and things like that. I'm waiting for Myles to bring out his clothing line very shortly, and I know that's going to come. How does that help him then?
So I think with the first one, the Galaxy Book, you mentioned that would be kind of like a Shaun. I think there's different parts in each device that would be suited for everyone. I mean, even looking at the Galaxy Book, you've still got the 11th gen processor in there, so you're still getting one of the best performing processors possible.
Yeah. And
that would make kind of Myles' life really easy when you kind of streaming games and things like that. We had a session from the guys at Intel, actually, and they said the 11th gen are really great for running games like Fortnite and things, and how popular is Fortnite right now? It's insane, right? And then if you're looking at say for what Miles you want to do, I'd probably go for the Pro or the Pro 360. I mean, the creatives out there with the rotating hinge on the 360 using the S Pen, but again, you've still got the expandable storage capabilities and LTE models through here as well. So there's so many different things you can do. But I want to ask you guys a question. So if you're working from home, for instance, do you have separate monitors or do you have a kind of a dedicated work setup?
Bloody nightmare, mate, for me.
Yeah, Miles, what about you?
See, I have the second screen, Sam, but I never use the second screen for productivity, and it's because it's a faff for me at the minute. But my second screen's a TV screen. It's like a monitor.
Yeah.
So my second screen's a monitor with my laptop. I tend, again, you guys know, for you guys in the background, we have, in the current climate we're in, we've had conferences, training sessions, all sorts that have been done over a video call, so whatever you're using, Zoom, Teams, I just threw them all together there. Whatever that Zooms, whatever they're doing, I tend to then use that to throw one up on one screen so that I can always look over and catch it while keeping one screen while I'm working away.
So the reason I asked that is because on these new line of products, we have an ability to have second screen, and on our Tab S7 and S7 Plus range, they received an update. I think it was about a week ago now, or a couple of weeks. But you can actually use that as a second screen now, wirelessly.
Wait,
and
say that again. Say that again.
That's good.
All right, so bear with me, okay? So if you're at home,
yeah.
But say you want to take your laptop out, you want to take your Galaxy Book out, you might want to be going somewhere, experience a bit of sun or whatever. I know Miles said you were sat in the sun earlier. If you want to have, say, your Tab S7 next to you, swipe down from the top, select second screen, and you can select that tablet from your Galaxy Book and either mirror or use that as a second screen on your Galaxy Book.
What about a monitor?
So, I mean, you could still connect the monitor to it.
Yeah.
But the whole point is the kind of link between Windows and, well, Microsoft and Samsung there.
So what I mean is, so when I said earlier that and it was a bit of a loaded question because I knew there was something, but I didn't know what it was. When I said it's the smartphones are normally the heartbeat of everything that is around it, this is bringing the laptop to the heartbeat, to become the heartbeat as well, where there's, I mean, you got to connect them. How easy is the connectability of other things? I know the second screen sounds easy, but what about the other things?
Yeah, as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network, it's going to work absolutely fine. I know we were talking about earlier about kind of headphones and stuff as well.
Yeah.
We've got easy Bluetooth connection now. So all you need to do is sign into your Samsung account on your Galaxy Book and just pair once with your Galaxy Buds, for instance. And then as soon as you open the lid for them, you're connected. Really easy.
See, I love that sort of stuff. Miles, what's this
really
360 saying for your needs then? Because you're a lot calmer now than what you were before we hit record. But is that the sort of thing that would be able to help you out?
Yeah, so again, I'm always the one that I want the biggest screen, the biggest processor, everything like that. I was looking, peek behind the curtain when this all came out. I was like, right, I need to go and find as many details as possible. And the one that got me is the AMOLED screen. So again, for gaming, it's I think it's 60 hertz refresh rate on there. The faster screen response time, the game performance has been improved on there. It's the brightest AMOLED display I think we've ever had on a Galaxy Book. And then, as you can see, I wear glasses. I'm someone that on my mobile device, we changed the name so many times, my blue light filter / eye shield / eye care display, depending on what device you're using, mine will come on automatically at like 9 o'clock at night to stop me. That tends to be the time where I'm sat around just looking at my phone. So that's when it comes on to protect my eyes. And again, we've reduced the blue light that's emitted from this display.
It's 70% less than LCD displays, which is insane.
That's all good. My only thing
crazy
with laptops is I don't use them in my personal life as much, but when I'm working, my bugbearer, and I'm hoping you got a good answer for this, is they're heavy to be carrying around. You know what I mean? Because all three of us on here, we travel around a lot with work, in normal conditions, and commuting from where we are, Birmingham to London and stuff, and you're carrying a big bit of kit around with you. What's it saying about the weight, size, and things like that, Sam?
I mean, the whole point in these as well is that you are able to kind of take them out and about as well, and they're really looking at being the thinnest and lightest in their class as well. So depending on what you get. Yeah. 100%. Against competitors, 100%.
Yeah.
And for the stuff you get in the devices as well, for it to be at that weight and thinness as well.
Big
I know one of our... Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know Adam Microsoft, he did one of the unboxings for us as well. And he was amazed at how much you could actually cram into that device.
Yeah.
And just on that as well, Myles, for your kind of gaming, you want to set up some gaming stuff, right? So for instance, you can actually expand the storage on these laptops as well. Not just with like a USB stick, like we're kind of used to, or a hard drive, but you can actually add another NVMe SSD into the Galaxy Books as well.
Whoa.
Solid. Yes. Sam, you can't throw... SSD, Shaun, it's a solid state drive.
Right. Now I've got a nephew who's 6 years old. How do I explain that to him? Because I don't know what the hell an NFD or what.
So if you look at the hard drives, you've got a regular hard drive, which is like a bulky old bit of kit.
Yeah.
Spinning disk inside. Then you move to SSDs, which are a bit smaller and have no moving parts. Then you move to and the new one, which is an NVMe SSD, which you know what that stands for, Shaun? I'm going to test you now.
Hey, never mind my head with that. I don't know.
that was quick, I'll take that. It stands for Non-Volatile Memory Express. Right. It's basically really small. And there's still no moving parts. And it's a lot quicker to kind of do your tasks, basically.
Nice.
Listen, when I saw this, I think people underestimate how important memory is. And I'm not going to take shots at anyone out there, but if you've never dealt with or you don't deal with expandable memory, you don't understand. So, for example, my phone, expandable memory was the lifeblood on my phone. Like I still use both my Note Ultra 20 and my S21, but I've still got my memory card in my Note Ultra because of everything that I need on there as well. I'm currently half happy because Sony have announced that the PS5 now accepts expandable hard drives, but you still can't play games off them. So I'm like, why would you? But yeah, so at the minute you can store games on there and it will read it on your PlayStation. You just can't play the games off there. And I mentioned at the start of this, you know what? I'm going to do it live right now. Even though I know we're packing up, I'm going to quickly look at my laptop storage. I'm not going to make it up. I'm going to read to you exactly how much storage I currently have
your
free.
Laptop, it might take us 10 minutes for your computer just to work it out from what I've seen on your socials before.
24.2 gig free. That's how much I have on there. Now, considering my podcasts normally go recorded in 1080p for about an hour, that's normally about 10 gig worth of stuff. And then when I render it, that takes up like another 10 to 20 gig. So as you can see, when it comes to memory for me, it's one of those things.
So what we're saying to tie this up, guys, and we've got those new Galaxy Book options. It's not a laptop. For everyone to check out, make sure you check out the global announcements around those and all the supporting videos. But we've got some devices now that are available, whether it's Shaun level, that's just consuming content, right the way up to that third one, which is Myles, who's doing all kinds of craziness on his laptop. They're light and very portable to be throwing around. They've got real quality, whether it's that screen quality, whether it's that processing ability, and we've got some good tech coming to the market that brings all these other devices together nice and easily, and a nice user journey as well. Am I right in saying that, Sam Gale?
Spot on.
It's almost worth you joining the podcast, mate. No, thank you very much, Myles. You want to wrap us up, mate?
Thank you very much for watching another episode of the 3-Star Podcast. Again, keep your eyes peeled on the Backstage app for more information around all of these devices. Thank you very much, Sam, for joining us. I've been Myles. That's been Sam, possibly. That was Shaun. Until the next time, see you guys soon.